All right, so we are extremely late here. Uh, sheesh. Reason being, it's because I woke up randomly at 4, 5 in the morning. I couldn't go to sleep, and uh, then my alarms just didn't go off. I could have sworn I woke up at 8, but I guess not, because I woke up a little while ago, and I was like, "What happened?" And nah, it was already way too late. So definitely missed today, but I'll be responding to the comments right now actually. Um so okay, we are the what? 6th. Okay, the 8th is my birthday, and I decided, you know, I'm turning 24, and I got one more year basically. Like it's not that I have one more year or something like specific, but I think I'm going to give myself one more year to like make it or break it with stocks at the moment. In terms of day trading, I'm still gonna be investing in my long-term portfolios, all that, and yeah, I'll dabble in stocks every now and then. Maybe just open a small options account and trade every now and then or something. But for the most part, that choice would be done if nothing happens with this. So what I'm gonna do is basically delete everything. So all social media, all my stuff in general. I'm gonna keep doing YouTube, but everything contact with everybody in general, and just focus 100% on stocks, and to really prove to myself like that I want it. But at the same time, not only that, it's if I don't make it, then at least I know I put all my effort into it, and it's not really uh, it was just not for me. If I just can't do it, if I can't find the right strategy that works for me, if I can't find the right thing in this whole thing. I know it takes months of data to get somewhere, but if I can't do the right thing, then what's the point? And that's real swap basically majors or professions in general. So I'm giving myself from the 8th to the 8th of next year, October, to really put 100% of my effort into stocks and like study as to different moves, what I can do, different things I can try, find what works for me, find a winning strategy, and actually make something of it. KITT, look at this one, Jesus. Um, so with the comments, I know I've gotten this request several times already with Discord. I was actually gonna uninstall it literally right now. Kit just hit my scans. That's insane. Um, what is it called? Uh, Starting a Discord. I was actually gonna uninstall Discord. I was gonna remove Discord and everything else with it. But I thought I thought about it yesterday after I'd read the comment, and I said it wouldn't hurt to start a Discord, and that's probably the only social media I'll have. I won't be active in it. I know I won't be able to. I'm still gonna have work and everything on top of this, so I won't be able to be so active. But when I come home to study, or when I go to the library on the weekends and all this stuff, like I'll be in it. I'll be studying, doing what I need to, but I could respond, just even the smallest help from anybody. Like it wouldn't make any sense for me to just reject it, even if it's from unprofitable traders or profitable traders, doesn't matter. Like people who are trying to work together, uh, to try to find a winning strategy or something. Like it's advice could be good or bad, but any advice in general is better than what I'm doing at the moment. Like I'm looking at other YouTubers and other channels that are trading basically the same stocks I'm trading. I'm looking at how they're taking their entries. I'm looking at what they're doing, trying to study on their moves. Yesterday, some people took massive losses because of KITT. Not in the same spots I traded. They had the same idea I had though on some of the trades, and I was just surprised. Like, must be making some right moves then. It's just obviously I couldn't capitalize on them properly, or as good as they did. A lot of it has to do with my hesitation. I'm finding out that like a ramp up like this on KITT, I guess it's just not for me to feel comfortable to be getting in for the break of 50 and then going for the break of 75 and then going in for the break of 9 or 7. like every half and whole dollar and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's just not my style of trading. I think it's too risky or too fast paced, and I prefer setups. Um, but I get impatient. I notice I get impatient with the setup because you have like a triangle like this one, symmetrical triangle, and then it rejects, and then usually they just fall under and just, that's it for the move. And I get antsy, and I'm like trying to grab for any little move that's coming in, because I'm not that I'm feeling FOMO necessarily. I mean, I obviously do usually because I miss like the whole front end of the move, but end up feeling like I need to trade. Like I have that I need to trade feeling for experience, or I need to take an entry just on the anticipation of the stock doing something that I want it to. Um, in the beginning of the day, a lot of our stocks are leading gapper. I mean, yeah, we had a drop and then a little bounce or huge rejection. That's something we've been seeing all the time recently, is false breaks, and there's so many of them. KITT yesterday destroyed accounts. ATXI 2 days ago, 3 days ago, again destroyed accounts. Like, these are the two biggest red days I've had. Obviously, I'm not using my typical strategy. I'm over trading. I'm getting emotional. I understand like that I'm doing these things, and that's why like a day like today, yes, I woke up late, sure, but I'm not super antsy right now to jump into anything. I'm not super whatever. I'm focused on my own, I guess, usual strategy. I'm not gonna be focusing on this rectangle thing, whatever. Um, I'm trying my best not to get frustrated. I don't know, I'm trying to take it easy. I'm trying to take a breather and really understand more or less what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and what kind of stocks I see myself trading. And I think I'm more of a slow trader, in terms of what I said. Like, I want that right setup. Sometimes the right setup doesn't come, so then I just start jumping in on what I can. That's something I need to control. But I mean, there's still things I need to learn. Yesterday was the first time on tops. Yesterday was the first time I ever traded, I think, like that, where I hit high a day, it goes to high a day, I buy in at the bottom. Instead of selling at high a day, I add, and then it really surged. And that's the first time I had like really traded something like that, where it was a break of high a day, but it really took off, and I added into it, and I held it. Even for the whole dollar break, I was like, whoa. But at that is I was so unfamiliar with that type of trade. I'd never taken a trade like that where I actually kept holding that long after high day break or something. That I guess I just felt like this thing could keep going, and I just added at 8 or at 8:14, whatever I added at. Just because I wasn't familiar. I didn't really know. I thought this thing would just keep going, going, going. So it's just something that I didn't think of at the time. Little things like that I need to catch myself on, and I need to learn and understand. Like, this is not the time to be adding. It's the time to be taking profits, selling half at least. Or you can add into it later, but like I said, sell half at least at a minimum. But I don't know. I need to work on what I'm doing here, my strategy in general, and I think I should be okay. Like I said, I don't think I'm far from consistency. It's just working on these little things here and there, like that I'm finding in my trades. I need to capitalize on them. So going back to the Discord comment, Jesus, big sidetrack there. um I will probably open a Discord server. I am on vacation technically, so I'm gonna be on vacation from, I guess, today to the 16th. So I'm gonna try and trade in this week here. I won't be here the 10th, 11th for sure, but the 12th, 13th, and 14th, like, I want to take my time to be able to trade or whatever I need to do. Um, I don't know. So I probably will. This is a big rejection already. I probably will open a Discord and just have everyone in there, whoever wants to join. Like I said, though, I won't be active in it most likely. Only except for the weekends, or like sometimes after work to respond and stuff. but I will be taking a lot of my time to study up on different strategies or different ideas, patterns, look at candlestick patterns, continuation patterns, reversal patterns, just candlestick patterns in general, uh, and then just review my trades. Just like I said, I have a whole PowerPoint here I'm working on, going through every day, and looking at what's working, what's not, where I could have gone, what I could have done with the trade, what I didn't do with the trade. Um, I don't know. So that's basically what we're doing there. But anyways, oh, another thing. The other comment was to start deleting these. I don't know what happened. Like, yeah, I can remove all of them. It's not that this is slowing down my charts. Like, there's little things that I noticed with Sterling in general, so I removed all of them, right? So, like, for example, the stock's moving right now. If I add a line study horizontal, it freezes. That's it. It's frozen basically for everything until I click it, and then now it's good. Like, now it's resuming. So little things like that. There was something else that, oh, VWAP. If I click the, where is it at? Where is it at? Right there. So if I click, I guess, a wick, I don't really know what this is doing here. I'm assuming it's a wick or something, but then again, it's going for these specific points. If I click on this, then from there I can't. Right here, I'm trying to get the. Yeah, that basically show the little, what is it called, the hot one info panel. So if I click on the chart and then that happens, and then it won't let me click anywhere here for the info panel until later. I have to click out of it and stuff, and that's what I was getting frustrated with yesterday. It's not that the charts are loading slow. Sometimes they actually do load slow. Sometimes it takes 5 seconds to load the next 1 minute. Sometimes it takes 15 seconds to load the next 1 minute. But I think that's something more towards my connection with the broker. I think that's something with my network than it is the actual program here. I do understand what you mean, though. I have had all these little stocks, or like these little watch lists, I guess. I have it there all the time. So it's not that I go flip through and I click every single one of these, because I usually don't. I usually just type it in, and that's what it is. But I could start using those actually. Let's see. AMV is also, oh, AMV is halted. Going down too. Let's see if I click on this one. Yeah, okay, cool. So jumping into the trades here, KTT had a nice run up. It was actually a really nice run up, but it's been really choppy in this range. Now it's rejecting. The 1 minute MACD's coming to a close. 5 minutes holding up somewhat. 10 minutes red though, so I'm not really interested in this one. I also am not interested in it just because of its nasty drops yesterday. Those are some bad rejections. We are coming to a low here on it. SNTI has 1 minute. So like right here, maybe a little higher. I kind of want to try this, but I don't know if I should wait for its next 1 minute. So to combat commissions, like I had said, volume's dying. Got to be careful here actually. High increasing red volume. 610, high of this candle is 617. $14, $20. So I guess I should have got long here. So jumped in here at 15. I'm looking for this next 1 minute high. At least sideways consolidation on this next candle. Low of this candle is 08, so a break of 08, that would stop me out. But I'm looking for some sideways consolidation on this candle. Or potential 1 minute high break. I'm gonna stop out at 13 actually. See if I can get filled here. Nope. That's why I wanted to stop out, but that's exactly why I wanted to stop out there. I should have just hit the bid at 12. I had seen it coming too, and I couldn't exit my trade. My fault for not hitting the bid though. That's it. I'd seen it too. I'd seen it. So I could have got out of that. That was just a bad exit on my part. A break of this low here would be crucial though. Low is 95. There's 92. But it has to pop up here. High this candle 17. Break back above 6, I'll add. I'm in there at 6. Not breaking above 6 here. This is finally 605. Now 615 is that high. So I want to see more momentum over 6. I want to see this thing back into 6. 605. Huge seller at 608 there. Let's see if we can get them to move. No, they're stacked there. 607. We'll give it another retest here at 608. Out there. Those sellers need to move at 608. I won't get long here. Even if it breaks 608, I won't get long yet. I think it's going to be a little false break, a quick pop. I'll get in on a micro pullback here if I can. Another wall at 615 apparently. Well, I guess that was time to get long there. Long here, 21. 24, a lot of sellers there. There's 28 now, 30. Selling here at 30. An exit at 30. Could get long again. 33, it's up to 40 now. So we gotta be careful right here. It's common resistance on the 5-minute. High day here is 49. I don't want to get in just yet up for the high day break. I think this could be another candle setup. 49. See if it double tops or if it's gonna break here is 48. Back down at 30. Huge seller, Jesus. 400,000 share seller there in the 40s. So we gotta be careful here. It's unfortunate I took that loss in the beginning right here though. 15, I was supposed to stop out with the 2-cent loss. That was a whole 19, 20-cent loss there. That hurts. 6, sold at 607, released 4 cents of a winner. This one 21, sold at 30. Really about 6 cents of a winner as well. Or whatever. Too slow on that one. Try to get long there in the 40s. Back down at 43. I was trying to get in at 43, I think, if not 45. And then you get a false break with it. Could have bought the dip there at 630, but I already know what's happening every other time I do it. So we got the high day break that I was looking for. I was trying to get in there at 50. support around 50, so that's really the only place I'm looking to buy at this point. See if we can get a 2 candle pullback. It hasn't broke its high yet. Next 5 minutes gonna open here. So I'd rather it pull back some and then get in for a 5-minute high. Or if this pulls back here to the 60s, low 60s, or even 50s, I will take an entry. Not pulling back quite just yet though. I could get long, that's another thing though. The quick break through 80, but there's a big seller at 80 there. Missed my entry there. Still gonna wait it out. Long there, 74. Bad fill. It's a really bad fill. 58 on the bid. Adding at the bottom there. Looking for this to pop back up into the 70s. $64 again. I want to see 65. So I added at the bottom there because that was supposed to be my original target, was in the 50s, but still holding there. 65 now. We're getting a little pop here. 69, there it is. Break of this high of 75, that's what we're going for. And it's gonna be a quick sell if I do. 68. I don't see any big sellers yet. $65. No. Selling half at 64 because it's just not breaking. No, selling the rest at 67 if I can. Ah, look at that. Jeez. So took a small loss there, but it wasn't doing it. It just wasn't. It was churning, not breaking. So going for that 5-minute high break, just that took way too long. I don't want to hold for a flush. I already had a terrible fill in the beginning. It's 74. I had to add down here 59. So that was my fault there. I just figured it popped up and I was like, well, I don't want this to go without me. I need to get in. So I got in, but really my original entry, I wanted it to be down here in the 50s just because that's what I had said earlier with support. At least I didn't take a massive loss on it though. I mean, it was churning. See if I can get in the low 60s. I'll take another entry here in the low 60s if I can. Nah. Gonna break out here maybe. High is 80. Massive seller at 80 there. Not quite. Buying here at 73, looking for this next 1-minute high to do it. 77, push through 80. Stop out here at 73. No fill. Canceling my order. Stopping out there. So just added to my loss here. I was really thinking this next 1 minute could do it. So this is where it gets tough because I'm trading in this little range here now, and it's just like it's chop. Now look at that. The whole time I was waiting for that break at 80. choppy, 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 rejection, and then you finally get the last little, what, 4 seconds of the candle, and then just boom, rips. So it's just choppy. It's just trading this little channel here. There's not much I can really do about that, I guess. Like, could keep holding, just hoping, but if it's not working, it's not working. I'm looking for a breakout immediately. I should have just got rid of it. I was immediately down, I think, when I entered this one. If not, it was, no, I entered, it was at 77, I think. And then it was just turning around 78, then rejection. I was like, I could add in the 60s. That's what I was thinking of doing, adding in the low 60s. But I was like, if this next 1 minute opens or this just flushes down to 50, then I'd have an even worse entry at 60. Like, I'd be even more red. So I was like, I won't add into this one. It's just not a good idea to add into it. So I decided I'm just going to hold it, give it some time. Coming up to the 50 second mark, and I was like, okay, like, no, it's coming up to the 40 mark. And I was like, this isn't going to do it. Like, by the time it does it, it's probably just going to go without me. So, unfortunate, just, it's so annoying. Could probably buy in here in the 50s again. Or I could wait for this next 5 minute low. 52 is the low there. Could wait for that 5 minute low break and see if there's a pop. Because the 10 minutes still looks good. In my opinion, the 10 minutes still looks really good. I think this can continue and break its last high, which is 95. I think we can go for it. But push from 95 into 7. Kind of a long ways from here, but I think I'd want to see this 5 minute low break. Or if it's an inside candle, that'd be even better. We'll see. If it comes down to 52, I'll go ahead and buy that dip. Break at 58 would be crucial to hit 52. Big bid there. So let's see if this is going to be... Curious if this is going to be a... Well, I could have bought in at 62, I guess, but I don't have much faith in that one bid compared to all those sellers stacked in the 70s and 80s. Especially the 80s on this stock. Like, I could get in there, but nah. I'll just wait for this next 5 minute. I'm curious to see what this 5 minutes gonna do. It's gonna break its low. Is this gonna be a bear flag, and then we're gonna pull back again right here? So I came back for a little bit, but it was just the choppiness in this range that really crushed it. Could have got long here, but I didn't feel comfortable getting long here because we almost triple topped. We basically did triple top here. So that's why I was like, I'd rather wait for it to pull back. But I mean, I think it went, broke, huge drop all the way back down, and then it got bought up again. And I could have bought this dip. I didn't feel comfortable buying that dip at all because of KITT and then ATXI. Just, oh, they'd spike and then they'd reject and then they'd flush like bad. So I did not feel comfortable there. So let's see, we're getting a small little flag here, bear flag. This should break its last low here, low of 61. And we could probably buy the dip into the 50s if we can get this down to 52. Based on its 5 minute here. If not, it's gonna be this high, 49. Still have a lot of time left for this next 5 minute candle. Or 10 minute candle. Still holding. $75. So if it continues holding and it's an inside candle, as long as it doesn't break this high, I feel 95. I think we should be good. If it breaks 95 somewhere in this range somehow, then I don't think it's going to be a good breakout. I think it's just going to be a rejection. That's going to be it for the stock. But I would like to see 83, 5. I would like to see it finish as a green inside candle for this next 5 minute, which it looks like it's about to do. It's coming too close to this level though. I don't want it to break its high. 90, 94. Maybe at least slam back down there. So I'm long there. 85. I'm looking for the break over into 7. I'm not gonna give it all that time till 7 though. If it just doesn't do it, I'm selling right away. Gotta be careful here. I want to add, but it's gonna be a little risky adding. There's already tons of sellers stacked against me here. I'm gonna sell for a small loss again. I'm not even getting filled, no way. So good about that dip there. So many sellers stacked. It's insane. I'm taking a fat loss already. I want to buy in for it, but I think it's gonna spike down, and I want to get it. I want to get a good entry on this. This thing's gonna break below 660 is what it looks like. Got in there at 660. Nah, I'm gonna take a huge loss on this, I guess. 59. Nah, I'm stopping. So good stop there, I guess, but terrible, terrible position. I wasn't even feel. Oh, okay. Nah, that wasn't it there. That was not the move. I should have sold it. I think I tried to sell it when I was originally in. So 686. Yeah, I did try to sell it. I don't know where I tried to sell it. I think at 83. Now it was at 73 for a loss again. Wasn't filled, and then decided let me wait because this is pulling back way too much. Let me wait to add. So I waited, added. Nah. So there was no follow through with that. There was no nothing there. Added at 62. I actually thought I was getting in the. I thought I got in at 60. Nah. That see something like that. It was just an unnecessary trade. The reason I took it is because this nice curl. I had a nice. We had two different curls. Now we did have a double top here almost, so it didn't hit 95. It was actually 95 by 94. It wasn't exact, but it was practically the same thing. And then right here we do have resistance in general. So in a way that could be my rectangle, right? So we do know in this little range, in this little range it's going to be rejecting it. It did it twice. So it's kind of an obvious place not to buy, I guess. It's just that's where I bought it. So I could have saved myself from a loss there. Adding into it, bigger mistake. I wanted to add down here into support. I couldn't hold up, instead of flushed down through, hit my other support line. So, kind of have to take a fat loss there. That was a big, big loss. I just figured since we've seen that ramp up, it kept holding. We see a nice ramp. I figured that it could actually break through on this 1 minute candles. Maybe sideways consolidation, maybe an inside candle, but I didn't expect it to just flush on through like how it did right there. It didn't flush, but just reject the way it did, I guess I should say. So that's really unfortunate. I still want to get in for the break of 7. I still think this thing can do it. Still chopping in this little range here. If it dips to 60 here, I'll buy it. Such huge sellers there. Buying the dip at 78 there. Adding at 84. Looking for the break of 85. Not doing it here, so that's already a bad add. And a rejection on me. Big seller there at 76. Or 78. Man, they're just stacked. Like, these guys are just coming out of nowhere, just stacked. Quick break at 81. Last 10 seconds of this candle here already. Let's see if it does a little pop. 81. Nope, I'm stopping there at 80. We're gonna get a drop, I think. It's chopping so much. Like, it's insane. We're churning. Is there a pattern I'm not seeing? Is there just something I can't see? It's happened every time so far, and I fell for it every time. I'm buying at the surge, mass rejection. I'm buying here thinking anticipation, rejection. Buying here, rejection. So it's like every green candle I'm in on, it's a rejection. And I'm catching the back. So maybe I should just buy these dips. Focus on the red candles instead. See if that's working. You get in here at 71. Okay, that was probably a bad entry. I'm selling 67. Nah, I'm done with the stock. It's too choppy. Maybe I'm just not seeing something. I think this was just a bad trade right here, just in general. That wasn't a good entry. I just seen it. The reason I entered right there, if I'm being totally honest, the reason I entered right there is because it had just broken this low. I think it went to a low of 68 because I had seen that it had broke its low. And I was like, well, it already broke, and I'm gonna buy this dip around support here. Like, this is kind of a middle line here that's kind of been following, so it's kind of been in this little range bouncing. It's above, then it's below, then it's above, then it's below, then it's above, and now it's below. So I was like, well, it broke below, so we could probably see it pop back above here. Like, that's probably an area we could look for, and that's that just isn't working. That just straight up wasn't working. So I got a double bottom here at 45, but I don't know, the 5 minute to me, it looked really good. At the time with the high open, this one looked good, couldn't break, double top, rejection, then bounce back all the way. Like, it bounces all the way back. That's what I can understand. You have a spike, then a pullback, a nice get another half of a ride basically. Then you get this pullback, and then again you get another spike, pullback, and then again another run back up. You get another run back up, and then another pullback, and then if this decides to come all the way back up again, like it's just choppy in this range. It's just not at this point. It's just teasing that area, and it doesn't show any strength. And I swear, if I didn't notice this, okay, I was gonna say if the 200 was up here, then that was just an even bigger mistake. I didn't see that, but no, I mean this is just teasing this area. Now it's making lower highs. Like technically, it made a lower high here on this candle of 94 by 95. So lower highs, and now we're just coming all the way back down. It's basically a flat bottom here. It's not making lower lows necessarily, but I mean the way it's just playing in this little range, nah. So my strategy, my normal trades, I caught the front end somewhat, caught half of it. Obviously I didn't capitalize on all of these back here. It's kind of unfortunate. I don't think I was here trading during this time though. I was rambling at this time. I was talking all about other stuff. I was able to capitalize on it here. I mean, this was just an unfortunate loss. I mean, that's just, oh well, just bad analyzing on my part. It was still in its formation here, huge flag, I guess, or wedge. I got in long, got the break that I wanted. I don't think I got it like significantly or anything, and then obviously it just rejected on me. I tried to sell, obviously couldn't get filled, or I knew I should have sold and I tried to, but I hit the ask instead of selling on the bid, so that was completely my fault. I don't want to take a 3-cent loss, only just a 2-cent loss, but even then I took a massive loss with it anyways. 20-cent loss. And then this one, bought the bottom, sold, looking for the break at this last 1 minute high. Really my target was gonna be right here. I don't think it ever did it. I think it was just choppy. I don't remember. Gotten again at 21 when I found out it was just holding this level. That was a nice little trade there. Didn't trust it here. Pops, rejected immediately, and that was kind of it. So I could have got long here if I'm being real, but I didn't get it. So then back here, I was looking for the break of this next 1 minute candle to break its high and just rip through and break all these highs here, high a day again, and get a push. So bad entry to begin with. This one I just decided, let me get in where I originally wanted to get in, at the low in the 50s somewhere. So I added to it, and then sold half at 64 when it wasn't breaking, sold the rest at 67 when it just wasn't breaking. Then you finally get that ramp up, but I bought in 73, same level as my other entry. I think it rejected, then it popped up, finished high, and then next thing you know, it opens and then finishes low, and I'm like, all right, like I cut it. Last 4 seconds of this candle, rips, and then breaks its high, rejects, pulls back, cup formation here. Okay, I'm gonna get in early for the handle, I guess, sideways consolidation, not even, just literally get the rip. See if we can get this continuation of this move here. We're finally spiking up, right? Nope. Instead, it just rejects. I don't want to add here on this candle. I decided I think it's going to pull back again. We can add at this low, and then it'll probably pop up, come around 675, 680, and then the next candle will go ahead and get that rip through 690 and 7. Nope. It just, instead, I add, doesn't do anything, sold for a loss, and it drops. Okay, that's fine. Comes all the way back up, surprisingly, thinking that it's done here. Comes all the way back up. I decide, okay, let's get in again. Same strategy, same idea. Get in for anticipation of this break. Maybe this can be a sideways consolidation candle. Next 1 minute can spike through. We finally get that breakthrough 690, break these highs here, a triple top at 690. Maybe we get a triple top, or maybe we actually break through and hit 7 finally. After it's 1, 2, 3 ramps up, I guess 4 up here, right? 4 ramps up and still nothing. Pulls back, I buy the dip on a micro pullback. Nope, not doing it, sell for loss. Same idea here. Buying support, I guess, in a way. So this horizontal line here, I figured this area was support. So I was like, well, it broke its low here already at open and it hit 71. So I was like, well, I'll buy it at 71. So bought at 71, expecting it to pop up to maybe 675, 680 for the next 1 minute candle to break and rip through 690 or triple top at 690. Nope. Immediately rejected on me. Every time though I've gotten out relatively close. It only happened a couple other times, which I almost sold for a big loss there. So look, it's coming back up again. We're doing it again, but something different this time. There's like, why does it break out here? That's what's so interesting to me. Why break out here of all places? I guess, I mean, if I had drawn this little line earlier, maybe I would have seen it. Massive rejection with it, not surprised there either. This is typical. This week, last week, flushes just back to back to back to back. So many flushes, it's insane. So I could have saved myself from a lot of losses today, not trading in this little range. But again, same idea. I'm trying to time it right so I won't miss the move. I want to make sure I don't miss it, but just my timing's just terrible. That's just something I need to work on. Again, if I had drawn this line, maybe I could have saved myself from this loss. Maybe I could save myself well, from this one too, because I mean it's on a downtrend. Where else could I save myself? I mean, here, like, it sucks because it works out, but it's just such bad timing. I sell and then boom, it spikes. It's tough. You gotta find out why it spiked here at this little bottom. This is weird. I don't know. But that's basically the idea I had behind all these trades. Why I was taking losses here. This one was just a stupid one. But like I said, I did try to sell at like 83 on this one. I was in at 86. I did try to sell at 83, and I tried to get out, but I wasn't filled at all. I should have hit the bid. Instead, I decided to hold it, and this was just a bad trade. This ad down here, I don't think this ad was bad. It just didn't work out, and I was quick to stop. As soon as I realized I wasn't working, quick to stop. And that's what I was doing with most of these trades, just quick to stop. If it's not working, just stop. So I did that for most of the trades, I would say. But the first trade of the day right here, that was not it. First trade of the day, that was just a big mistake because that obviously it wasn't working. I did try to stop, but I tried to sell on the ask, and that's what I get for trying to sell on the ask. Instead of just bailing out how I should have, tried to sell on the ask. That was totally on me. AMV, halting going up here. A big halt up, and this one was halted down. Halted down earlier. I like AMV actually. I would say this is a bigger support than all the other lines that I drawn out there. I guess this one would also be a bigger support. I would also say this one's a better support, but it's not. This one's nothing significant to me. But this is technically a new support because it's holding here. We'll watch this one. I'll take a 300 share starter on it if I like it. I'll watch it. But since it's way out of my price range, I don't know the spreads on it. It made a huge move here from 18 to 21 though, so yeah, it's just telling you how volatile it can be. I don't know, I gotta be careful. I'm gonna take a smaller share size on it. I'm not gonna go gambling 500 shares, 1,000 shares. But we'll see if I can do anything here. But just unfortunate on SNTI. Just I was trading in the chop, and I noticed, like I said, a lot of the times my fees stack against me. But it's not only just the fees though, it's literally just me trading the chop. I'm usually on the back end when I take my trades because I'm nervous at the front end, or I just miss the front end and I feel FOMO and decide to trade the back end. So that's something I need to work on, but that's why I was trading or over trading so much, because I want to get in for that rip. I want to get in for that rip. Trying to buy around support, trying to buy around those levels or key levels, adding into key levels, right? Other support lines, in anticipation of the break of whatever. I could just let it break without me and then let it settle down and then take another trade, but sometimes it's so far into the move. If it's the third bull flag up or something, let's just say, most of the times the fourth one's gonna fail. The third one also fails usually. So it's kind of like, just waiting, 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 just to miss the whole move. It's kind of sucks. So SINT, wait, SNTI, my bad. Coming back again. But it's just so weird how a move like this on this candle, like, why on this candle did you just spike? I mean, I guess with the line here, it kind of broke its high, right? But is that what everybody else is seeing? Or is that just what I saw last minute and I didn't draw it out, or what? Is there some other indicator or something that I'm not using that, you know, kind of an obvious entry? I'm not sure. But why it just spiked up and ramped like that, I'm not sure. Let's go to AMV, see the resumption on this one. It's resuming at 2280. So high resumption here. We get that gap fill at 2118. Could take an entry. I'm curious to see how big the spreads are on this. I probably won't trade it at all. I'll probably just take the loss today and that's it. No resumption. Looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt. I'm not going to wait around for a 10-minute halt though. I'm actually not. So that's okay. DTOC is popping on the scans. SNTI is the only other one. Could get in on SNTI, but it's typical that after a ramp up like this, same thing, rejection. Ramp up, rejection. Ramp up, rejection. Ramp up, rejection. So if I'm going to get in on this ramp up, gotta expect this is just going to reject. And then we're going to have to, another pullback, and then another ramp up, and then another pullback. It's just false break city this week, last week, choppy. But man, it's been tough to trade. I'm being honest. It's been really tough to trade. So, but at least today was way better. This is what I'm talking about with yesterday. Like, I wasn't trading my strategy. I was getting reckless because I didn't really not care. It's just I was getting reckless because I wasn't used to the strategy that I was trying to do, right? Or the pattern or line study that I was trying to test, I guess. Wasn't used to it. Frustrated with the charts, frustrated with the pattern because it's not working, or I don't know how to use it. Frustrated in general. Just a bad morning. And just taking a loss. Monday, I felt I did okay, but just that massive flush on ATXI on me was what just totally costed me in the first trade. So that massive flush on me was just ruthless. But I think Monday I should have been fine. I shouldn't have been red $1,000. Just basic. If I didn't take that one trade, it was a break-even day. I was green and then I gave it all back on choppiness. So same thing. I gave it back on ATXI, or on another stock, HPCO. I think I gave it back on choppiness. So I traded it, uh, made a little bit of money on it, and then I waited. Like, let's just say it was the same thing here. Traded this ramp up, and then started trading the back end. Just boom, 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 and just lost. So just like that gave away, it ate away all my profits. Same thing here though, like SNTI. I should have been green if it wasn't for this one. I should have been green. I don't know. 50 bucks, I guess. I don't know. Should have been green a little bit, but then I lost it here, lost it here, lost it here, lost it here. Like, just the choppiness is what's costing me in fees, but also in my P&L. So that's what's really costing me, is trading the chop. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta find out, you know, I gotta look at this and figure out where I'm messing up here. Because like I said, it was the same thing the other day. ATXI, you know, I got a little bit of my loss back on ATXI, and then I took it back to where it was, trading the chop. So that's another thing. Yesterday was just sloppy in general. Yesterday just lost after loss. Immediately caught the flush on KITT, the first flush. Immediately caught that one. Thankfully I didn't get the second one. That would have definitely been a wrap. At least I don't think I got the second one. I don't remember. But then I started trading the chop again, trading little ranges, making stupid trades, little trades that I wouldn't normally make, and just getting reckless. Um, Today it was more of an organized day. I was trading my type of trading, how I usually try to trade. But again, I'm catching just the chop in this range. It's too many testing, in the anticipation of moves. It's too much of that. But at the same time, if I don't test it, maybe I'm testing in the wrong places. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have sold here. I don't know. Um, I don't know. It's not that market to be taking the, I guess, the positions that I'm taking where I'm taking them. So, for example, this trade here, on this candle here, normally, I guess in a bullish market, right? If I took this position here, the next candle is immediately spiking, and we're gonna see it rip through, and it's gonna be solid. But in this one, it just tanked on me like right away, and I was like, it's gonna break this low, and I don't want to get in for a flush down to 650. I was like, I'll stop. And then last 4 seconds, boom, spike. Like, okay. This one right here, I bought the dip. I was already in so bad, so this one would have worked out if I would have just held it. But after taking such a high entry up here, I figured same thing, same exact thing I was thinking back here, but over here. Now we're in a higher position. We're gonna break a whole dollar. We're gonna break high a day. Like, let me get in again. So in the anticipation that this next 1 minute is gonna go. So like I said, in a bullish market, that would have gone. So this would have gone. This would have gone. This one, not necessarily. It was just a quick little pop. Probably I wanted this high here of 94. Anywhere in the 90s, I would have sold it. So 84 to 94, 10 cents, whatever, would have sold it there for a quick scalp. Even at 88, 89, I probably would have sold it there. Decided to buy the dip on it when it pulled back on me, a small micro pullback. I was like, okay, I'll buy it. Didn't do it. Was giving it time to be an inside candle, and then we can see a break on its next 1 minute. Next 1 minute open, wasn't doing it, cut it. So, just choppy here. Just had to buy the dip. I already explained this one several times why I bought this. Now and just, I guess this was a bad trade. Just obviously it was on a decline, it wasn't gonna work out. So I don't know. And then this one comes back up, and then why does this one, which is below this key level, why does this one spike up and then flush? So weird to me. But again, a bunch of these moves that I made, a bunch of these trades were the anticipation of its next 1 minute high break over high of day. So this was 1 minute high break over high of day. I didn't get it. I sold for a loss, and then last couple seconds of the candle spikes. This one, same thing. Anticipation of the 1 minute high break, but also high of day. Didn't get it. This one, I mean, I just added because I was like, there's support here, so I guess I just added here. But obviously I wasn't doing it, sold for a loss. So this trade together, that was just a bad trade. It's because I didn't exit here. That was the problem. If I took this entry, I probably wouldn't have. If I sold it here, I probably wouldn't have taken the entry down here. I might have bought the dip there, but I don't think so. I think I would have waited it out. And I probably would have taken this trade here. Probably would have taken that trade in anticipation, of the break. So that's why I took it. But several of these trades in here, I guess I could have prevented. Like this one, I didn't have to buy this. it just popped up here. I didn't want to miss the move. I figured because it was one inside candle in a bullish market, sometimes if it double tops like this and then rejects, and then this one is an inside candle, it'll just start ripping. So it's like, oh, I should probably buy it. This one was just an urge, but then adding down here, I added because it's technically like support double bottom, and then it just also to cover my ass on the loss. That's where I originally wanted my entry anyways, was in the 50s. I just didn't think, I thought it was going to take off without me, and I didn't want to miss that move and watch it break high day without me. So I decided to get in. It's better to be in than not be in. Not always, obviously, but I decided to just take it, averaged into it. Wasn't breaking, sold half, gave it a little more time, wasn't breaking, sold the rest. Then it breaks in this next 1 minute, buy in, same situation. So that's basically why I took all these little trades here. That's what I was going for. This one back here, it's hard to explain. I have to rewatch why I took this one. But I mean, these moves, they worked out. You know, bought support technically right here on a micro pullback, and then it ended up popping. I didn't catch the whole wave, obviously. I could have bought in on this candle anytime, especially at open. I could have bought in, and I was debating whether to, but for some reason I felt it was just gonna hit this high here of 49, and we're gonna have, it's because of all the sellers, I guess, got nervous, and I was like, I don't think we're gonna get that rip. Next thing you know, it just burst through 50 like nothing, hit 60, 70, 80. So then it's a hard rejection all the way back down. But then after that rejection, popped all the way back up again. So I was kind of surprised about that pop up. I figured it's just gonna do what it did here, just reject, and that's it. So kind of a tough day trading SNTI in this choppy range, but that's the idea I had. So anyway, we're gonna take this loss. We're down basically 3 grand. Yeah, we're basically down 3 grand already this month. I still believe I can come back. I think the last 2 days were literally just unfortunate. You know, I caught several flushes these past couple days. A lot of people did as well. I'm not gonna try and lighten the mood, you know, saying other people, you know, I'm with other people. It's just yesterday was obviously just a bad trading day. That was just me being reckless. It was kind of obvious, and I knew it too. And I was just like, I was already frustrated, and I knew I was making a mistake. I'm still gonna count it because if it's a real account, it's what would happen, right? But the first day, just unfortunate. I caught a flush. You know, that sucks. I can't do anything about that. And I mean, I had to take that $1,000. It's my first day in October, and I was like, let me take big size because I'm gonna try combating commissions at this point, taking bigger size. I have to, because if I'm taking 300 shares all the time, like, you know, I'm gonna lose out to commissions eventually. It's just might as well take bigger size, so get used to it. And that's that was a tough one for me today. Just over trading in the chop. Not a bad day today. I've had $400 losing days, you know, so this is kind of normal. I'm surprised I'm not down more with you know, this large of a share position. So I'm not down even close to, well, halfway to 1,000, I guess. Halfway to 1,000, but yesterday, the day before that, you know, it's just unfortunate those days had to happen. I mean, yesterday I knew what I was doing. I even explained. I was like, these trades make no sense. I don't even know why I'm taking them. It's just because I'm frustrated, or it's just because whatever. Like, I just kept finding new things to blame, and that was just on me. So, anyway, there is a huge triangle formation forming here on SNTI. Again, I'm not going to trade it, but I do see a formation here somewhat. So if anybody's trading within this little range here, I guess that's something to look out for. Let's see, delete that one. Okay. And we still have that. We still have this little middle ground lined here. So it's still above, below, above, below, above, below, and it's still doing it here. So above, now it's below, it's breaking back above. So we could get that breakout on its 5 minute for the breakout high a day again, which would be 7. Could go for the whole dollar, but I'm not gonna bother trading this. That's gonna be it for me. So Anyway, I will see you all sometime next week. I'll probably see you all on Wednesday. Probably see you all on Wednesday just because I'm going to be gone tomorrow. I'm going to San Antonio. And then after that, I should be coming back Tuesday, maybe Monday. I still have this PowerPoint I need to work on and finish. So we're still going to finish that PowerPoint. I'm still going through every day of September, going through every trade, writing everything down, and making a whole PowerPoint on it. So I need to finish that, and I'm going to try and finish that by next week. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here this weekend. I would have finished it this weekend for sure, but I'm not going to be here. So if anything, it's going to have to be sometime in this next week period from the 12th to the 16th. I have all this time to work on it. I'll also try to get the Discord server. What I'll probably do is get the Discord server going up by the time I set up or finish that PowerPoint video as to the monthly recap in September. Then I'm going to continue making PowerPoints, I guess, for each trade I'm taking here in October. What I'm going to start doing is exporting this data as well. So all this information I'm going to start exporting. What is it called? And I'm going to start putting it in TradingView. So that way I have an idea of what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Because I noticed this whole time I'm trading 3-4 months already of the simulator, and I haven't put any of this data into anything. It's just videos. I'm just recording videos and put them on YouTube. I haven't put any of this into the TradingView or TraderView, whatever, just because I didn't want it to skew my real money data. But then I was like, well, I mean, I could filter that out. You know what I mean? Like I could filter out when I start with real money versus when I'm in the sim. So I guess I'll go ahead and start exporting all my data into TraderView. I didn't do yesterday, and I didn't do the day before yesterday. It's not that I don't feel those days counted. They obviously do count, but I was testing a new strategy, and that's not really what I expected with it. I mean, I'm counting them on my YouTube channel, but I won't count them. Today I will count because this was actually like legitimately how I'd be trading. So I would actually be taking this fat loss today. But again, it's not $1,000. I know once I hit even this at 300, I should stop. But I still, on this stock, I still wanted that break. I still wanted to get in. It's just, it just wasn't happening. And I knew like I'm just going to keep taking losses if I just keep trading in this range. So it's not working. But anyways, I will be back sometime next week. Hopefully finish that PowerPoint and get that Discord server up so that we can all communicate on there. And if y'all have, any ideas for me or something in the meantime, please leave them in the comments below. Rate my trading today, grill me for it. I don't really care. I need some sort of feedback, whether it's good or bad, in terms of my trading strategy or my style as to what I'm doing. On top of that, though, I really do appreciate y'all commenting in general, y'all supporting the channel. I realized like weeks ago, right, that we reached over 100 subscribers, and I was like, what? That's crazy. I never thought we'd actually get there, but we eventually did, and I'm super excited for it. And now it's just not looking good because it's just a loss after loss after loss. Like I'm on a huge red streak already, so it's not very reputable, and that's exactly why I don't want to start a Discord, is because I don't want to start or even like, let's just say courses or something like that, teaching stocks or whatever. That's why I have no teaching videos or anything as to what this is, what that is. Maybe I could make some because it'll help me as well, I'm sure, like understand exactly what I'm doing, patterns, all that stuff, learn at the same time. I have to know it to teach it, right? So maybe it'll help me to do something like that. But that's exactly why I'm not coming out with really anything or making a whole chat room or whatever, because if I'm not successful, I don't feel I should have that ability to, like, I don't feel like I earned that yet. But then again, like I said, I thought of it differently yesterday. Why am I rejecting people who want to help me, or at least give me some sort of input in general to do something better in my trading, or just support each other in a way. So I think that's why I'll just continue and open the Discord once I get this PowerPoint out. So anyway, with that being said, I will see you all next week. I wish you all the best tomorrow and the upcoming days of Monday, Tuesday, and I'll be back on it Wednesday. So good luck out there. We'll come back and figure this all out.